Hi, it's the old duffer here. Update time on the old Transit. So we basically got the bed there now. We've got to make the headboard yet, and I've got to bring this up here by 100mm, and that thing will then go down in there. Let's set upside down at the moment, and obviously I've got to brace all this up so the load's spread across the chassis. That bit's to do. We're going to put the spare wheel carrier in this hole underneath and the toolbox there. And also, because obviously I want my tow bar on here, so we've got to make brackets that will go on where the old tow bar went. That's going to come forward, be notched into here, it'll be bolted on there. So box section both sides, then we'll triangulate it with one down there and put some braces in here and just stiffen it all up, and hopefully I can get rid of that drop plate thing, because the tow bar will be low enough. I hate drop plates, they will bend. And sound deadening, I'm absolutely determined to shut this thing up as best I can. So we've done the bitumen type sound deadening all in the roof. Obviously there's foam type sticky, about 10mm thick, and now sound absorbing material to go on top of here and in the roof. Then the lining will go back, and this will be covered in a car carpet right down. We're going to be putting the sound deadening all round where the seatbelt mounts are not, and then we'll put the floor back in. It's in the doors. I've had the door skins off, nice and dead now, and I'm starting to do under the bonnet. We've done the actual bonnet, but if you listen to this, I'll go over to this one and do the same. So we've got to do this and this on that side. I've got to whip the battery out, clean up any work that needs to be doing. All this nonsense is coming out. It's going to get the same treatment, clean it all on the back, and then new sound absorbing foam on top of that. It's heat proof, so fireproof, because obviously it's in bad days. I've got to have the alternator out, and the alternator is down there. That's the alternator, and that's the vacuum pump for the servo, because obviously it's diesel, it doesn't have manifold vacuum. When you put your, I can hear something, and when I put my hand on it I can feel a vibration. I would imagine it's the alternator bearing's gone out. I believe it's the original thing I can see on the date. It's an 87, which is the year of the truck. So I'm going to get this out, I'll take that and bolts, and hopefully it's just in the alternator and put new bearings in it, because it's working fine. It just seems foolish to leave it. I need to do something with it. And a brand new alternator with a vacuum pump, I don't know, 140 quid, and the alternator without a vacuum pump is about 80 quid, 90 pounds, something like that. So on bearings and a bit of effort's cheaper than that. Put the right battery terminals on it now. Somebody had the wrong ones on, so I've got the correct post battery terminals for it. It's fully serviced. I'm going to do the valve clearances. I've got a new gasket, because I doubt if anybody's been in that rocker box and done anything like that for decades, if ever, since it was manufactured. And then it's stripped down and repaint to get rid of my Go Faster racing stripes and just have it white, and do that little bit of rust. That's it. And there's one on the other side. It's because moisture gets between this and the inner wheel arch underneath. It gets down, it goes down in here, and it gets stuck in that gap there, and it rusts. That's the problem. Yeah, got a new aerial coming that will utilise that hole. So yeah, I'm hoping that we'll get all the construction done this week for the bed. Got to move the bump stops. You'll love this. From the factory, there are the bump stops, but they don't hit anything. They're supposed to hit that. So we need to make a bracket that's on here to bring the bump stop over, so it actually stops on the spring to stop you overloading your springs. And now has brakes. Hydraulics all done. So that's good. Got to sort out the fuel sender. I've got one out of the Mark V. I'm hoping to just use a sender unit if it'll work with this gauge, and then reattach it to my existing pickup assembly, which is down there in the tank. So that's the next job. So yeah, there you go. And also I've got to do prop shaft support bearing. It's got 2 support bearings. One of them's out. The rubber's gone. I need to look at the other one when I get it out, but I have 2 new ones to go in. So there you go. Just a quick update on the Transit.